today I will be sharing with you my Lasik eye experience. I know that the majority, if not all of you, are probably currently looking for a Lasik eye clinic in South Korea, and I thought it'd be nice to kind of share my experience. I know it can be very overwhelming because I watch so many videos, I watch so many blogs, I read so many blogs, so yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of what I went through. And I was thinking about it and I was like, am I allowed to say the name of the clinic? But I actually don't know. However, I'm saying nice things, so maybe. So the clinic that I went to was BGN Eye Clinic, located in Gangnam, Seoul, South Korea, to be specific. And the reason I went with this clinic is because my friend actually went through this clinic prior to me, and I had watched so many videos. She did as well. She watched a lot of videos. So we both watched a lot of videos, and she ended up choosing one, but she chose the one in Jamsil. Is that how you say the name? Jamsil? I can't remember. It's not in Korean. So when it's like not in Korean, if it's in like romanization, I can't read it as well as if it were like written in Hangul. Like, it's so weird. But anyway, she got it done at Lotte Tower, and I got mine done at Kyobo Tower in Gangnam. I don't know the specific reason why I chose a different one, to be honest. But yeah, so BGI Clinic has many different locations. Well, they have 3 different locations. 2 are in Seoul and then 1 is in Busan. So I'm gonna try to show you like what I have. Oh, it's so blinding. Can you even see it? Okay, so they have it at Kyobo Tower in Gangnam, and then they have it at Lotte Tower, which is where my friend got it done at, and then they have it at Busan. So yeah, so in like very densely populated areas, I guess. So my first experience with BGN Clinic was when I went with my friend. I actually went with her twice because she couldn't get it done the first day. I can't remember why, but she ended up having to dilate her pupils or something. I think it was due to her astigmatism, so they just wanted to do like a more thorough check. But I went with her, and you have the option to do same-day consultation and surgery, which is what she tried to do initially. And the clinic was very nice. She had a translator, so I think they translate in Russian and English, and I think it's like the same person who speaks both languages, because there was a woman there and she helped my friend. She was so nice, and I even got, like, for going with her, I got a coupon. They have a cafe located in the clinic, and so you, as well as the person that goes with you, gets a coupon so they can have a drink while they're waiting for you, things like that. It was really nice. So then she actually ended up having to come back the next weekend, and she got her LASIK done. Then LASIK with like an I. She didn't want LASIK. So if that's how you can say it, LASIK. So she got it done the following weekend, and I was there with her after, and like she was crying. Well, not crying, but like her eyes were, she had to keep putting in the drops, and like yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Why am I describing her experience when it's like about my experience? But anyways, that's kind of what happened. So she got hers done in March, and then I got mine done the last day of April. So the good thing about BGN Eye Clinic is that they are open on national holidays, like national Korean holidays. So on April 30th, it was a holiday, and at first I was going to try to schedule it for that Friday, because I had Labor Day off, but they informed me that they're actually open on national holidays as well. So first I went online to their website, and you can fill out like a form. You can call, but what I did was I filled out a form, and it was just like, what's your name, what's your nationality, which clinic would you like to go to, and all the things like that. And they called me, I want to say like 10 minutes after I filled out the form. They were just asking me more questions, and like we set up a time. So I set mine up for 11 o'clock in the morning on April 30th. Yeah, April 30th. And he was like, if you can come in at 9, I can get, like, we can probably get you seen, like, your consultation and then your surgery before lunch. So then you can be finished by lunch. But I was like, I have to take a train there, so I really don't think, not a train, I have to take a bus there and then a train. So I really don't think it would work out for me. I don't think I'd get there in time. So we scheduled my appointment for 11, and he said, if you come in at 11, we can probably do the consultation before lunch, and then you will just do the surgery after lunch. But he also informed me, because I'm traveling from outside of Seoul, they can actually set me up with accommodation. So I was like, okay. I was so happy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so just a side note, if you are traveling from outside of Seoul, they will more than likely set you up with accommodations as well. So I think I scheduled my appointment 2 weeks from the time I talked to them, and he sent me all this information and informed me, if you are wearing contacts, can you stop wearing them at this point? So from that day on, I stopped wearing my contacts and had to wear my glasses. But then my glasses, like, because I have to wear a mask and my glasses kept sliding down my face. So I went to get them fixed, and then the optometrist broke them. Then I had to get new glasses. It was like a hot mess. So I ended up getting new glasses like less than 2 weeks before my surgery. Those are like the red glasses that, if you've seen other videos, you may have seen me wearing. Yeah, it was those red glasses. So let me pull up the information that he sent me. So in the information that they sent me, it just includes the location of where I signed up to get the surgery and the consultation done, and as well as directions how to get there, the subway line, and everything that you have to take. Their information, their contact information, and their office hours. One thing is they are closed Wednesdays and Sundays. So they are open on Saturdays, which is a really nice thing. So the information also includes pictures of what their clinic looks like, and their clinics are like, I've gone to 2 or 3, and they're all very, very nice, very clean. Like, these are like, I say like too many times, these are legit places. So this is just a letter that they send after you send the fill out the reservation form on their website, and it informs you also not to wear your contacts. And then after I talked to them and talked to the man, he sent me a confirmation letter, and it just confirms the date and the time of your consultation. The consultation may take up between 1.5 to 2 hours. I'm kind of reading my email, so sorry if I keep looking down. To stop wearing your contacts. So it's like different times depending on what type of contacts you have, and then to bring your passport or your ARC if you have that. And they sent like a price list. So it says that they have a spring price for 2020, and I'll put that on the screen so you can see. Also, so if your friend does come with you, they can't actually go back with you for doing all the machines and your consultation and everything, but they can wait for you in the lobby. My friends actually ended up coming a bit later than they had planned. So one of my friends, there's a Starbucks, if you go to the Kyoto Tower, there's a Starbucks located at the very bottom. So she sat and waited for me at the Starbucks, and so I went in, and you have to be wearing a mask. You can't even enter the elevator unless you're wearing a mask due to the current times we are in. But if you go there, please make sure you have a mask. And I went up, and you have to put on hand sanitizer, and they check your temperature on your wrist. And at the entrance, I was able to meet my translator, who is very nice, very sweet. And so it was a holiday, like I mentioned. Like, the nice thing is that they are open on national holidays. However, that is when everyone tries to get it done. So it was jam-packed, man. There were so many people in there. But I think I only ended up waiting about 10 minutes, and they provided me with a locker so I could put my heavy, big old backpack in there. And then they took me back. So then they took me back after about 10 minutes. There are a lot of people working there, so each person kind of has their own machine, and I couldn't get any footage because obviously there are patients and everyone back there. But just think of when you go to the optometrist, like I'm sure we've all gone to the optometrist, they have you in a kind of like a darker or dim room, and they have a line of machines. It's like that, but it wraps around. So they just take you one by one to all of the different machines. I don't know, I think I did 3 machines. Those 3 machines were the basic ones, yeah, that you will see at the optometrist office. But then I went to sit with this lady, and she she numbed my eyeballs. It burned, not gonna lie, it burned. It wasn't like so bad, but it definitely did burn. She had to numb my eyes because she was going to check my cornea thickness, and to do this they have to use a probe and touch your eye with it. So of course they have to numb it first, and it just feels so weird. Like, well, actually I couldn't feel it, but it's like, you know, someone's touching your eye with something but you can't feel it. It's just the strangest thing. So yeah, so she checked my cornea thickness. My numbers were above what they said is the usual cornea thickness, but the thing is, like, my translator was like, that's, oh, your eyes are sick, oh, that's good, and stuff. I was like, my eyes are sick, that's good, what does that mean? But I guess it just meant, like, if you're within that, you probably aren't as likely to be approved for it. I didn't know exactly, but yeah, I was just like, she said it a couple times for each different machine. She was like, oh, your eyes are sick, oh, that's good. I was just like, oh, I've never heard that before. But yeah, so my cornea thickness was above average, and after the woman checked my cornea thickness, then she had to check my the level of dryness of my eyes. So she had me sit in a chair or sit on a couch, and she put a tiny piece of paper on each of my eye, and I had to close my eyes for 5 to 10 minutes and just like lay back there. You can hear everything going on. You can hear everything going on around you, and not gonna lie, it kind of, actually, I think the drier your eyes are, the more likely it is to hurt, because my right eye, it stung, but the left eye, I didn't feel as much. You could obviously feel there was something in it, but I didn't notice it as much as the other one. The only thing that really like got to me about this part was like having to keep my eyes closed, because I don't know about y'all, but when someone tells me I can't open my eyes, that's when I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to open my eyes so much. So that was kind of the weirder part, especially if you have something in them. Of course you're gonna want to like move your eyes to get it out, but you can't. And my friend, I remember they told her her eyes were very dry, and she told me that test was so uncomfortable for her. So I'm assuming it's because she does have drier eyes. So my assumption is that the drier your eyes are, the more uncomfortable this test will be for you. So then after that, I think I did another machine. I can't tell you exactly what it was because I don't remember. And then they took me to another room, and there was a lady in there, and I did the glasses thing, you know, where they like check what your prescription is gonna be. So where it's like, which one's blurrier, which one's clear, can you see the vertical line clear or the horizontal line clear? I don't know, I did the same motion for horizontal and vertical. But yeah, and then they checked which is your dominant eye. You have to hold up like this circle thing around the frog, and then close one eye, close the other one, see which eye the frog is in the circle for. So yeah, they told me a test which is your dominant eye, and I think they said my right eye is my dominant eye, which makes sense. And then I waited in the lobby, and I got called back, but my translator was with someone else. So the man was the man was trying to give me instructions, but I didn't understand him. And this machine was kind of confusing, like, because you have to get your eye at a specific position, and it gives like a bright flash to your eye, and then you could like, it's, you kind of can't see for a second. But yeah, he was trying to position me, and I didn't understand what he was saying. So it was kind of hard. But like for make your eyes wide, he told me big eyes. So I was like, and then what else did he say? Oh, because I guess my neck, I was like up to, I don't know, I wasn't relaxed enough. So he wanted me to tilt my chin, or there was one part where he wanted me to tilt my chin down, but he said neck no power. Neck no power. So I was like, I'm assuming that's what he meant. He was like, good. Yeah, she was with someone else for that part, and oh dang, I wish she would have been with me for that part, because that was the one, like, the most confusing machine. So after about 5 to 10 minutes waiting in the lobby, I was called into the office, and the optometrist checked my eye. She just like looked at them, and she looked at all the data that she had been provided from all the machines, like all the pictures and everything to check my nerves and blah 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 blah. And this is also where they tell you which which surgeries or procedures you are eligible for. I was eligible for every type of surgery that they could provide. So I went back in the lobby, and my translator provided me with this this brochure. So yeah, it just has the information on it tells you what your expected vision will be. So they expected that I'd have 20/20 vision. And yeah, so it's like some guy in the streets gave me a set of wipes, and it got over all my papers. So all my papers are ruined. I'm really sad. But yeah, so it shows you like this is Lasik, the different types they have, and then they have Lasik, and then blah 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 blah. I'll try to insert a picture. But I was talking to my translator, and she was like, so before you go in and like talk to the person about which one you want to get and look at all the pricing and stuff, just have a look at what the different types are. And she was telling me how because I have to go to work, I obviously wanted one that would have fast healing time. So she's telling me yeah, so probably just ignore Lasik, which I already kind of wanted to because I heard that one's kind of more on the painful side. So I just ended up looking at the Smile, and then the custom Lasik and the Slim Fit Lasik. And yeah, so I didn't know exactly which one I wanted. So then I had another consultation with this guy. He showed me what the different surgeries look like they have an animated video, and he also told me the cost. So I only know in like won what the costs are, so I'll put up the converted rate for that. But I told him I was only looking at Lasik, so I was informed that the custom Lasik would be I forgot something. So at the very beginning, before all of this happened, when I first got there, you can choose to get a DNA test. So the DNA test is $100,000, and the reason they do it at the very beginning is the results take like 2 hours to get. So they want to do it as soon as you get there, and it is deducted from the cost of whatever surgery you get. So yeah, it's 100, and it's deducted from whatever surgery you get, and you don't have to get it. It's just to see, some people have, I think they said some people have a gene where if you get the surgery, it could like completely mess up your eyes. Like, I don't even want to think about it. But they said the doctor can also look at your eyes and to determine if you have this gene. I don't know exactly. I'm sorry if I'm providing like not the best information. But the doctor can look at your eyes, so you don't have to get it. But I was like, I'm not playing any games today. I will get this thing. So all I had to do was swab my cheeks for like 30 seconds, I think, and then they took it, and I actually got the results during lunch that I did. There were no abnormalities with. There were just no abnormalities, I guess you could say. The cost of the DNA test is included in the prices that I'm about to list for you, but if you don't want it, if you just want the doctor to look at your eyes, I think you deduct $100,000 from the prices I will be providing. I can't believe I completely forgot about that. Okay, so custom Lasik for me it was 1,400,000 won. Slim Fit Lasik, I want to say, was 1,800,000 won, and then Smile was 2,400,000 won. So going in, I was expecting to pay about 1,700,000 because that's kind of what the ballpark was for when my friend got it. They told me that if I wanted to heal the fastest, I would get Smile, because with the custom fit LASIK or like those types, they would cut a flap and peel it back and then do the laser and then like put it back, and so the healing time would kind of be a bit longer. But with the Smile LASIK, what they do is they do the laser first and then they cut this little line and then they pull out something whatever got lasered, I don't know, that tissue. I think they said they pull out that tissue layer through the little slit, and it's faster healing, you can wash your face sooner, and like all these different things. So I was like, dang it, because I sent money home, and so if I were to pay with my card, it would use all the money. So I asked them, I was like, can I pay with my American card? And they told me no one's actually ever paid with their American card, so they didn't know. So they're like, oh, we'll see, but we'll like try. So usually you pay after surgery, but because they didn't know if I could pay with my American card, I paid after this consultation. So they just went through all the paperwork, the procedure with me, told me what's gonna happen. Then I just signed everything, and then they took me to the front desk and had me try my card. So you can split up the DNA test. So I paid with my DNA test. I paid for my DNA test on my Korean card, and then I tried my American Visa card, my American Visa credit card, but it didn't go through, and so I tried my American Visa debit card and it went through. So yeah, it's okay if you have an American card, but it has to be Visa, I think they said, and yeah, it can't be a credit card, only debit card. So I was over there like transferring money and everything, because it ended up being way more than I was expecting to pay, but it's my eyes and I wanted to kind of do like the best one I could get, because let me tell you, I spent $2,300,000 on a facial. And I'm like, if I am willing to spend that much money on a facial, why would I not spend that much money on my eyes? So yeah, I paid for it, and then so I paid for it, and then it was like lunch hour, so I left and met with my friend at Starbucks, and we went to Shake Shack, got some food. And so I scheduled my surgery, but I couldn't get my surgery because, as I said, there were so many people because it was a holiday. I could not actually get my surgery until 5:30. So they gave me my prescription like before I went to lunch and said, you probably won't want to pick up your prescription after you get this done, so you can go downstairs and get it now. They didn't give me my hotel information because I guess they were just waiting for me to get the surgery first, just in case I don't know, backed out or something. I already paid for it, but so I don't know exactly, but yeah, they told me when I came back from my appointment later, when I came back from my surgery later, that's when they would provide me with the hotel information. So the pharmacy is located directly at the very bottom of the building. This is also the same for Lotte Tower. They have a pharmacy downstairs as well. And all my eye drops and everything cost me 79,000 won. So I will share with you what I got. So I got these 3 boxes of these eye drops, and it comes with like this many, and I think it's just 0.5 milliliters times 60. So I think there's 60 in here in total. Yeah, 60. So there's 10 in each of these, and in total there are 60 little eye drops, and the eye drops look like this. So you just pull one off. It is a complete, like, as someone who likes to save the earth, I guess you could say, it's like such a waste of plastic. I wish you could have like a bottle or so, I don't know, but I'm just, because you have to do so many of these. So I want to say there's about 6 to 8 drops in each one of these. It doesn't look like it, but actually, can you even see that? Yeah, so it doesn't look like it, but yeah, there are about 6 to 8 drops in here. And then you also get these 2 things. So she gave it to me in English, but I'll talk about these later. But yeah, so it's 79 for 3 boxes of these, so 180 eye drops, and then these 2 things. Wait, did I say $100? What did I just say? I don't know what I just said, but yeah, it's 79,000. If I don't know what I say, it's 79,000 for all of those things. So I went to lunch, and what else did I do? I feel like I just went to lunch. I don't remember anything else besides, oh, I went to lunch and then we sat in a cafe together. But, and that's when my other friends arrived. So, and then I went back for my surgery at 5:30. So I wasn't exactly nervous. It was just about the fact of, can I follow their instructions? Like, I know my eyes gonna want to be wandering all over the place. But actually, after I got it, my friend was showing me a video of the type of LASIK she got, and it says that the machine shuts off if your eye moves. I was like, dang, I wish I'd have knew that before I went and got the surgery. But we got there, and there's an A side and a B side, so I had to go over to the B side. And I got taken back. I removed my shoes. Yeah, I went back, I removed my shoes. They put you in a gown and then a hair. Oh, so one thing is I wore my hair up in like space buns because I thought it'd be easier, like leaning back and everything. But actually your hair has to be completely down, so don't waste your time trying to do a cute little hairstyle like that because your hair has to be down just like this. So then they put a net, not a net, a hat. What are those things called? You know, they put on the little, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. They put that thing on your head, and then they put a sticker on you. They double check, they show you the sticker, and it has your name, your date of birth, the type of surgery that you are getting, and I think that's all. It just like includes that information. And then she cleans your face and like around your eyes and everything. And it's like you can't touch your face after that. And then she puts eye drops in your eye. I think those were like the numbing, I don't think. Those are the numbing drops and like everything, so you don't feel any part of the surgery. And then they take you back to like a quiet room. Well, not quiet because it's in the middle of everything that's happening. So even though everyone is quiet in the room, everything outside the room is so noisy, but it has like the music playing, it's dim, and you just have to like sit there and have your eyes closed for however long until they get you. I want to say 20 minutes I was sitting back there. There's no clock, obviously. I like to have my phone, so I don't know how long I was sitting back there, but it's a bunch of us sitting back there, and they just come in and pull people. And after that, I got pulled back to the room, and it was so funny because the lady was speaking to me in Korean, but it was basic Korean so I could understand it. And then I laid back on the thing, and then she asked me, she's like, oh, you speak Korean? And I was like, no. I answered in Korean, and she's like, what? Wait, what? So it was so funny. So then they started speaking to me in English, but they laid me back on the machine, and like I said, I got smile LASIK. So they put more drops in my eye, and I went back into the machine, and with that one, I'm just thinking about it. It was the weirdest feeling. So the machine, you have to focus on the green light. I wonder if I can find a video to insert. But you have to focus on the green light, and then the machine, it says suction on, and it comes down. Oh wait, I forgot. So yeah, they put the drops in, and then they open your eye with that clamp thing. That, I'm not gonna lie, that was a weird feeling. That was a weird feeling. So they clamped my eye open, and then that's when I had to look up at the green light or the laser, and then the machine says suction on, and it comes down to your eye and like attaches to your eye. So you just have to like look up at the green light, and as the laser goes, it turns, I don't know how to describe it. The green light kind of goes away. It turns white, like you can't see anything. And then it came off. I could not see anything out of that eye, and they removed the clamp and closed it, and then they did my other eye, and they kept the other one covered, and then they performed after the machine did the laser, they performed it on my eye, and it felt so weird. Like you could feel it, but you can't feel it. I don't know how to describe it. It was just the weirdest feeling. It's like, yeah, it's just the weirdest feeling. And then there's a part where she was smoothing something over my eye, you know, like when you make a cake and you smooth the frosting out like that. It's just, oh, you could feel it. It's so weird. There was no pain at all, like zero pain. It's just a very strange feeling. And then although the weirdest part was when they removed the clamp, because then your eyes like but yeah, so after she did all that smoothing and it was done, and my eyesight was already a little bit better. Like immediately I was like, what? I was so shocked. Oh my god. They took me out and to another room, and they just said, just sit here and close your eyes. And I think after about 10 minutes, the doctor checked my eyes, and wow, like you can see it's blurry, but you can see way better than with your glass, or way better than you could if you weren't wearing your glasses or your contacts. So then I went out and they gave me the hotel information, and like I don't know if I'm supposed to say the name of the hotel. Let's just say the hotel is very nice. The hotel also provided me with accommodations for my friends that came with me. So I got a queen size bed and a smaller bed, which I slept on the smaller bed so I wouldn't like knock into my friends or anything. But it was nice to come with friends because it was kind of blurry. Like they located the hotel and everything for me. But the hotel also had a kitchen. It was just so nice. We just ordered barbecue and sat in there. I missed a step. So before lunch, they took me back and they kind of again showed me a video for the specific surgery I was getting, and they gave me a paper that also got ruined by the wipes of everything I had to do. It says for 4 to 5 hours after surgery, your eyes may be sore or you may like tear up. So this one is specifically for the type of surgery I got, like all this information. You can with smile surgery, you can wash your face and put on makeup the next day. You can put on eye makeup 1 week after the surgery. They say avoid sweating, ball games, perm or dye, public bath, sauna, or spa for 1 week after. I just remembered another thing as well. If you are someone who has a skincare routine, my friend, I think like the next day she went back to her skincare routine. I can't remember exactly. But for me, on the paper, it says don't apply any eye makeup for at least a week after. So I don't wear makeup, so I count in that like skincare things. I was too afraid to apply sunscreen and all that, because if that gets in your eye, it already burns. So imagine if you got like this surgery and you applied sunscreen. So when I apply moisturizer right now, because I'm on day 6, I completely avoid my eyes. So I only apply it like here, and then I stop at this part of my eyes. I don't go below the eyebrows, and I don't go above the cheekbone. And I'll probably do this for maybe like another 3 days. Actually, maybe like a week. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to mess anything up. So I'll probably do that for like another week before I start applying stuff closer to the eye area again, like eye creams or things like that. So that was just another thing I wanted to throw out there. Don't rub your eyes for at least 2 weeks after the surgery. And with the eye drops, it says you may continue to use the eye drops for 3 to 6 months because your eyes will be very dry. But you also need to make sure you use these eye drops on the first day every 10 minutes because your cornea will wrinkle. Yeah, every 10 minutes or your cornea will wrinkle. Also, your eyes are just going to be very, very dry after that. And you don't have to wake up, obviously, when you're sleeping and put these in. But for every 2 hours, you have to for every 2 hours after the surgery, you have to put these in. So because I got my surgery at 5:30, I didn't have to put these in as much as someone who, let's say, got it at 11 a.m. You can't sleep for at least 3 hours after the surgery. So luckily I did get it later. So, I had to kind of go to sleep with feeling the discomfort. Like I said, as opposed to someone who probably gets it done at like 11, you could still go to sleep probably after 4 hours after the surgery, but that's in the middle of the day. Me, I got it at the right time, so it was at nighttime, so I was kind of happy I got it done during that time. And so yeah, you put these in, it doesn't matter which order, but with this one, Phylilone? I don't know. You have to shake it and then put a drop in each eye, and then you have to wait 1 to 2 minutes after that and then apply this one. And this one is like a sterilizer, so it actually burns a tiny bit. So we got to the hotel and we kind of just ordered food and stayed in. I could see very well, like, okay, bring sunglasses. That's the thing. Bring sunglasses, because we're in the hotel room and the light just burned my eyes. We turned off the lights, but yeah, it was burning looking at the light. I think that lasted for about 4 hours. So here's how I describe it. This is also how I've heard many people describe it. If you wear contacts, it just feels like you are wearing an old pair of contacts. Or have you ever cried after wearing contacts? Like, I have a lot, and it dries your contact out. Your eyes just feel heavy and very dry, and it feels like something's in there, like if you were to have a dried out contact. So it's not unbearable. It's actually, because I'm used to it, it was very bearable. I kind of almost didn't notice at a certain point. The only thing that truly bothered me was the bright lights, and I just put my sunglasses on and, you know, kept putting in the eye drops. So I was actually pretty fine after the surgery, and my eyesight just kept improving. At first I couldn't read stuff up close, but I feel very awkward, but I just wanted to add something that I forgot. So when my friend had her LASIK eye surgery, she was provided with goggles to wear while she slept, because obviously you don't want to mess up or like accidentally touch your eye or roll over and mess with your eyes while you're sleeping. So she was provided goggles. I, however, was not provided goggles. I don't know if it was because of the fact that I got Smile, which is kind of a different category of LASIK than what she received, with like, I didn't have the flap and everything like that. So I did ask, and they informed me that if I wanted the goggles, they would provide me with the goggles, but that I didn't technically need them. So I was just like, okay, if I don't need them, then I won't take them. I do, however, move around a lot when I sleep, so I don't know why I did not just take the goggles. So if you're worried about sleeping, definitely ask if you can have a pair of sleep goggles, because I think it'll be very useful. Technically, although I was allowed to wash my face the day after I had the surgery, I was still a little too nervous. So I did not actually wash my face until probably the 3rd day. So like counting the surgery. So the first day I had the surgery, 2nd day I didn't wash my face, and 3rd day I did wash my face that night, because I was really worried. I get a lot of water in my eyes and everything. So I was still even afraid to shower. Like even now I get worried when I shower because water gets in my eyes very easily. So if you're worried about that, what I did was I brought like face wipes, and I just wiped my face for like those 2 days afterwards, and that, like, it was totally fine. And 3rd, I think I did not like emphasize how dry your eyes will actually be. Like, your eyes are going to be dry, especially when you wake up. They are just so dry that keep the drops with you, like keep them in your pocket. Just make sure they're around you. Don't forget them, because your eyes will dry out. It's very important the first couple days to keep lubricating your eyes, because like I said, it can crinkle, and just in general, your eyes are just very dry. So yeah, that's just another thing I wanted to say, and that's it. Bye. Yeah, as the night progressed, I was able to see more and more, and then I had scheduled my follow-up appointment, because you have to go the next day. I scheduled it for 11, which was perfect timing for checking out of the hotel. So I went, and they just had me do the eye test, and then I saw the doctor and she checked my eyes because you could actually see the little slit where they performed the surgery. It was like a tiny little slit. And they told me I had 20/20 right then, so I had 20/20 vision the next day. It was so crazy. And then so the following day after that, so I'm gonna say I left the clinic at around 6 the day I got the surgery, and around 10 o'clock my eyes had really settled down and I was completely fine, besides the dryness and everything like that. I was more used to lights and all that. So like I said, in 4 to 5 hours after surgery is pretty correct, because that was also for my friend. I think around 4 hours after her surgery, she was pretty good too. Then yeah, so I had 20/20 the next day, and because I got Smile, my next appointment was scheduled for 2 weeks. So if you get one of the custom LASIK or the slim LASIK, I think you have to come the following week. But yeah, because I got Smile, I didn't have to come for another 2 weeks. I got my surgery on April 30th, then had my follow-up appointment on March 1st, and then my next appointment is scheduled for March 16th. May 16th. But yeah, so it's 5 days after, and I have to remind, okay, so the first day I said you need to put these in every 10 minutes. The next day, you don't have to put them in as frequently, but I put them in every 20 minutes, and your eyes are very, very dry. Like, even to this day, I say to this day, like it's been like a month. My eyes are so dry. I don't have to put them in as much. I want to say having been used to wearing contacts and like dry contacts and all that is a benefit, because your eyes don't feel as bothered because you're used to it. But also, because I'm used to it, I don't think about putting in the eye drops as much as someone who wasn't wearing the contacts. So I have to keep telling myself, your eyes are dry, put in the freaking contacts. Put in the freaking eye drops. Also, I was so not used to it, and it does feel so much like a dry contact. My friend and I were outside and the wind blew. I was like, oh dang it, my contact. And then I had to stop for a second. I was like, wait a second. I don't have contacts. It's just like the dryness from, it's just so crazy. I can't even describe it. It's some of the best money I've ever spent. My dad and sister both got PRK years ago, and they said it was one of the best decisions they ever made. And it honestly, because I think 2,000 would be for one eye back home, but here that was like for both eyes. So it was so amazing. Is there anything else I have to say? So what they mentioned was, yeah, so you do your follow-up appointment at least, I wish I could put this paper up, but it got so messed up. So it says post-operative care schedule. Day 1 is the surgery, or step 1 is the surgery. Then step 2 is the next day you have your follow-up appointment, and then step 3, 1 to 2 weeks, depending on what they see at your follow-up appointment, is when you would schedule a next appointment. And then after that, it's 3 to 6 months after. And I think if you have to have an appointment after the like 3 to 6 month range, that you have to pay, but it's only about $15,000 out of pocket, which isn't bad at all. And if you run out of these, you can get more. So my friend, she ran out, but she got just normal eye drops, and she said they do not feel as lubricating. They don't feel as lubricating as these ones, so I don't know if she's gonna try to get more. But yeah, so these do feel very nice. They're very cooling and everything. The only downside is like I look like I'm always crying, and I put them in. I was on the train like jump, 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 jump. I was on the bus like jump, 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 jump. Stopping in the street like jump, jump. So it is like kind of annoying having to make sure you put them in every 10 minutes the first day, but it's so worth it. And let me just give you some background information on my eyes. So when I was in 4th grade, I was prescribed reading glasses because I got a lot of migraines, but then I didn't really wear them. And then the summer before my freshman year of high school, I got glasses to just see far away, but I think I became too dependent on them because obviously they improved my eyesight so much. I became too dependent on them, and I just started like wearing them a lot. And then my, well, I didn't become, yeah, I think I became too dependent on them. And I didn't wear them, oh my gosh, I actually can't remember. I don't think I wore them 24/7 when I was in my freshman through junior year of high school, but I did wear them a lot. And then my senior year, I got contacts. Because I got contacts, obviously I was wearing them all the time, so my eyes just got even worse. And then like I felt like every time I'd go see the optometrist, my prescription would be a little bit worse. So by the time I got this LASIK eye surgery, my contact prescription was negative 3.25 for my right eye and negative 3.5 for my left eye. However, when I went to the consultation and got my eyes checked, they wrote that I had negative 3.75 for both of my eyes, which could have happened. I haven't had my eyes checked since like a year and a half, so it could have gotten worse, but yeah, so that's kind of my story. So yeah, my eyes were negative 3.75 when I got the surgery. I could not see like past a foot in front of me. That's when everything started getting blurry, and now I can just see everything. It's like a new life. Do you know how amazing it is to wake up and be able to see? Like, to wake up in the middle of the night and have to go to the bathroom and just be able to see without having to search for your glasses, or to make sure you take your contacts out before you go to bed, or if you're planning on taking a nap, you have to take your contacts out. It's like just so much. It's so amazing. It's something I've always wanted, and I'm just so happy that I did it. So yeah, so I really recommend BGN Clinic. They have a translator, and everything just went so smooth because they do so many surgeries a day. It's just like they know how to get things done. It's in a specific order. It's just so smooth. I didn't have to worry about anything. So yeah, I very much recommend this clinic, and I did not plan on talking for an hour, so so goodbye guys.